welcome to Shamaine from LTSB. You're joining this episode of our podcast, Tech Success. So do you want to give me a kind of 2-minute snapshot on you and also the charity that you work for?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Catherine. Myself, I've been with LTSB for 6 years now. So I started as a careers development manager in 2018. A couple of years later, moved up to head of youth engagement, and now I'm the director of programs for LTSB. So I guess, what is LTSB and who are we? What do we do? So we are a social mobility charity. We work with young people from disadvantaged backgrounds, and our aim is to get them into meaningful careers. And once we look to place them into meaningful careers, it makes sure that we support them in their 6 to 12 months kind of start into their journey.
Brilliant. And so which client have you worked with most successfully and why?
Oh, so I'd probably say there's two different ones that stand out to me. One from an employer perspective and one from like a partner perspective. So our biggest employer that we work with is NatWest. We've been working with them since 2019. What they wanted was to work with ourselves, a charity that, as I said, focus on working with young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. We are very focused on social mobility, and NatWest the same as well. They wanted to make sure that that was throughout their recruitment and their employment, and they recognise what we do. So we work with them to help place young people that we work with into the bank in a variety of different roles. They're amazing in regards to how closely they work with us, and obviously our aims and goals are the same for our young people. My second would be, from a partner perspective, is Liverpool Football Foundation, so the LFC Foundation. They've been a partner of ours for many, many years now. They've helped deliver the Sports Leaders Award as part of our programme to young people in Liverpool. They've also offer other employability skills workshops. They're really involved. They offer us the venue to use. They're an amazing partner and come to a lot of events and obviously get us involved in when they're speaking out and about as well. They make sure that it is very much a partnership in what we do.
Fabulous. And I know that ED&I initiatives are so important throughout most of our clients. It's kind of from board level strategy down. So, and I know a lot of our clients have definitely got plans for kind of, I suppose, adding social mobility onto the agenda if it wasn't on there already. So what's your strategy and focus for the next 24 months from a sector and skills perspective?
Yeah, of course. So we actually just released our 5-year strategy in January 2024. And we had 3 kind of key points in that, which was to ensure more young people are placed into meaningful careers, expand our programs, diversify our income, and create a culture of high standards and well-being and belonging within our charity itself. So we've kind of got 3 main focuses. In regards to the sector and skills perspective, we want to make sure that we're expanding our programs in different locations. The world is ever changing and things are moving quite quickly. So we need to make sure that when we are running our programs with young people, we are changing our curriculum to suit obviously what's going on at the time as well, making sure that we're speaking to employers to see what they need and want from a workforce to make sure that we are preparing our young people right. So in regards to expanding our programs, making sure that our curriculum is up to date and obviously represents the sectors that we're working.
Yeah.
We have kind of more of a focus in the professional services element when it comes to our programs. But as I said, we are wanting to kind of diversify that. So we're not just looking at programs that are specifically for employment. We are looking to expand. We are having a schools program, a community program, and an employer program that we're looking to start to introduce over the next couple of years. That will be so that we can speak to more young people, speak to more employers, different age ranges, and get them ready for the world of work. I know that AI and digital is really, really important, and it's very much something that is on the tip of everybody's tongue when it comes to talking about sector skills. So we are looking to kind of look at that and see who we can work with and how we can bring that into our curriculum. We already do a couple of sessions and workshops around it, but I know that in the future, in the next 24 months, it'll be something that we definitely need to look at, and that is in our potentially schools program and community program as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and this is a great opportunity to plug the skills gap with very young talented individuals. So they just haven't been given that opportunity, have they? So
No.
how do you find your cohorts of apprentices, and how do you assess their social value? I think some of our platform will be a little bit naive to kind of the social mobility and how it works. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to know more around that.
Yeah, of course. So we have eligibility criteria for all our programs. The things that stand out to us when young people apply and our eligibility criteria is if a young person has received free school meals at some point in their education, or they live in the bottom 30% index multiple deprivation. So that is postcode specific. We do look at young people case by case. So they're the two main factors, but we do look at other things. So if a young person is a care leaver, and if they've had something really significant that's happened in their life that's been a barrier and that stops them from obviously moving forward or looking for employment, there's a number of different factors. But the free school meals and the IMD are the two things that we look at. In regards to GCSEs, I guess not always necessary, dependent on the employer and the program that we're running. Sometimes no GCSEs are really needed or no experience. So how we find these young people is we really want to work with, to be fair, more referral partners in the locations that we're in. So we do a lot of work with DWP and certain community partners and job centres. And they really look to, the strong ones that we have in certain locations really look to work with us. They get us to come in and speak to their young people. So we find young people that way, but we also do a lot of online advertisement as well. So we advertise our programs and apprenticeship opportunities on Rate My Apprenticeship, Not Going to Uni, Apprenticeship.Scot in Scotland, sometimes Indeed. So yeah, there's a number of different ways, but I think on the ground and referral partners is what we want to build on more, because online listings and advertisement, obviously it's costly, and we are a charity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I know that we've internally tried to help with regards to kind of interview tips, and some of the young individuals that like I've coached, they've just been so enthusiastic and they're so willing to learn. It's just being given that opportunity. And both my past employer and my husband's past employer are both hired through LTSB. So it works.
Yes,
It's
it does.
exciting to have case studies, yeah, that you've seen that have worked. So I suppose kind of final question for you is how we can really help in the future. You know, what can we be doing, or what can our listeners be doing to support you and LTSB?
Yeah, so again, as I said, we've just released our 5-year strategy, and the key points are expansion, but in a strategic way. So making sure that it is slow and steady, but also it brings in more funding opportunities, and more so than anything, placing young people into meaningful careers. So I would say in regards to the funding element, we're always looking for different funding in different locations. So funding is a really big thing for us. Obviously, like I said, we are a charity. Employment for our young people. We are always looking for employers that are really looking to champion social mobility and also work with us. So we are not obviously looking to put all that work onto the employer. We do what we do best. So we are willing to work with employers to help, obviously, you in that social mobility strategy that you have, and to look to employ young people in your areas and your sectors. So I'd be really looking forward to having more employers onto our program. And our employment team are fantastic, and that's what they do. They are specifically there to work with employers and help them through that. And also partnerships. So we have a lot of amazing employers. We also have a lot of amazing partners that we work with that are willing to offer us pro bono support, venue space for deliver our programs in, interview. So come and interview our young people and do mock interviews. There's a plethora of things that we can say that we will need when it comes to pro bono support. So it might be that that's how people start with us, and then it obviously goes and that relationship blossoms, and then it turns into they actually want to hire. That's how it works sometimes. But yeah, there's a number of different things that we could ask for, but they're the kind of main, I guess, key points that we would say.
Fantastic. Well, it's really great to hear from you today. Appreciate you updating us around LTSB's kind of plans, and hopefully you'll continue to grow in the future and help lots of young individuals into work. So thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you.